Hi, I'm Ethan, a New York City-based small business growth coach, and I'm really excited to talk to you today about something that I'm really fond of studying and sharing insights on, which is those organizations that are truly amazing. They're incredible. They're unlike any other organizations out there doing amazing things. And so one of the things I want to share with you is how do you find my deep dive videos on these organizations doing great things? Go into my YouTube channel, go to the Chazin Group LLC on YouTube, and then you click on my playlists. And when you click on the playlist, you'll see a particular video playlist called Organizations Doing Good, Bad, Organizations Who Get Culture Right and Wrong. So that's what I wanted to point out first of all. So what is it about organizations that separates them from every other enterprise out there? Well, first of all, it's the approach. It's what they set out to accomplish. They are in business to make a profit for sure. So in that regard, they are a traditional, obvious for-profit organization. But they've taken that idea of generating a profit, and the ultimate goal is not to generate profit to reward shareholders. That's not what they're constructed to do. They had visionary, transformational leaders who started their organization with the mindset of using their power, their force to generate success. Success is measured financially in terms of outperforming their competitors, so that the end result is they can funnel those proceeds, those gains, that profit, that's the reward for running an amazing organization, and funnel that revenue into purpose, into causes, into making the world a better place for each and every one of us. So what does that look like? When you go into my videos and I do assessments of those companies who are doing business the right way, it starts with places like Patagonia. I have always loved and followed CEO and founder Yvon Chouinard. And the fact that of late, he would give away the entirety of his family's earnings, savings, there over the years, revenue created from the creation and leadership of Patagonia, $3 billion. And they took that and they put it into a foundation that can't be touched by family or anybody else other than to be used by those people who run the foundation created by Yvon Chouinard in Patagonia to address climate change. Then you talk about Satya Nadella, a gentleman who took over the CEO role at Microsoft. And after years of Microsoft floundering for what comes next, Satya Nadella, and you'll see the full video in my channel, decided to recommit Microsoft to leadership in terms of taking care of its number one stakeholder, employees. He focused aggressively, dare I say religiously, on channeling energy back into his workforce because he, like all great leaders, understand that to achieve amazing things, you need to leverage your only lasting competitive advantage, and that's your people. Chef Jose Andres of World Central Kitchen, who taking decades of experience in the restaurant business and applying that to feeding the world's hungry. When you see crises break out, either natural, disasters of nature, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, or you see man-made crises such as in the Gaza Strip or in the war-torn Ukraine, his sole purpose, Chef Jose Andres, is to feed those people who are in trouble. When you look at how Costco's board members decided not to allow right-wing nut jobs to put on the shareholder meeting at Costco, the doing away with diversity, equity, inclusion, it would be easy to succumb to that. It would be easy. But they didn't. Kudos to them. Cheesecake Factory, I also do. That's powerful. That is powerful. So these are the things that I wanted to share with you. All great, amazing organizations are founded on core ideology, values. They then take those values, they build them into their vision statement. The vision statement sets out to achieve. You can't measure it. You can't say whether it was achieved or not, but it's aspirational. Your vision statement is what your organization needs to thrive. Your mission statement is how you get it done. And then again, they subscribe to a in value. We know some of these. We know some of these. Warby Parker, Zynga early on, Honest Tea, Patagonia, of course. We talk about companies like Chobani or Kind. These organizations are out there. They're the ones that I, in my consulting practice, tell business owners, founders, entrepreneurs, if you want to achieve the most success financially, build a business using its culture, relying on your people from day one of the ultimate goal of being to transform society for the better. That's your legacy, right? Whether you're 1 year into your business, 5 years, or gosh, maybe 10 years or 15 years, doesn't matter. Ultimately, it's never too soon to start talking about your legacy, what your founding ideology translates into business operational success. And let me tell you something. Let me share a secret with you. Your organization's success has nothing to do with your strategy, because an amazing strategy without the right people in the right roles to implement is meaningless. So let's put strategy aside. Now let's talk about technology. Everybody is engrossed in all the latest technological innovations. And sure, all the shiny bells and whistles or the transformational change that comes from automation, efficiency, ChatGPT, EI, EOS systems, EOS integrators, implementers, artificial intelligence, all of this technology are enablers. They're not differentiators. They enable organizations to have a level playing field. So whether you're a Long Island City, New York-based graphic design firm of 10 people or a global multinational corporation based in Hong Kong, doesn't matter. The technology should be an equalizer, but that's not going to be your lasting competitive advantage. No, no. All of the amazing visionary leaders, they all understand, starting with Simon Sinek's seminal TED Talk back in 2009, they start with why. These leaders, these transformational leaders, when they start their organizations, they understand that their community, their tribe is tied to, anchored to, desperate for being a part of the values of what this organization's reputational brand stands for. So that's why they understand the power that comes to a business model based on matching one-for-one matching, like Warby Parker and Tom Shoes. They understand the visceral power of Chef Jose Andres putting together a business that's predicated on feeding those people in crisis. It's start with why. People will forget what you do and how you do it, for sure. They won't forget how you make them feel. What does your organization make its employees feel like? What does it make your customers feel like? At the end of the day, your organization's lasting success comes from your people, driven by visionary transformational leaders who start their business daring to be different. Daring to be different. It's why Richard Branson, whatever business he goes into, music, outdoors, galactical transit, it doesn't matter. Music, Sir Richard Branson will always be successful because he's driven with the mindset of screw it, let's do it. Herb Kelleher, Southwest Airlines. These are all the amazing business leaders who build a business model based on empathy, caring, trust, changing the world. Your vision has got to move others. Otherwise, you're just a Me Too business, and congratulations if you're succeeding or maybe situationally surviving on the fringes, on the margins. We understand the companies of the 21st century need to leverage your people first. I hope this was helpful. I'm not going to go too long, but check out my YouTube channel. There are playlists that are chock full of videos where I do deep dives into organizations who are doing amazing things and not so amazing things in terms of their people strategies and how to differentiate for lasting competitive advantage by leveraging amazing places to work. So please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share with me what you're thinking in the comments, drop me comments below, and ideally subscribe to my YouTube channel because you support me in my efforts to keep creating compelling videos to share ideas, insights, and inspiration. Thank you so much. Take care.